Have you ever noticed how some people can just make financial decisions with absolute, total confidence, while others, maybe even you, spend weeks second-guessing every little thing? Well, here's a secret. The difference isn't about having more financial knowledge. It's actually about financial self-trust. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down 6 silent, absolutely crucial psychology-backed habits that matter way more than any single investing strategy. We're talking about rebuilding your financial confidence from the ground up. So what exactly is financial self-trust? Basically, it's genuine confidence, but it's built through small, everyday, repeated habits rather than having deep financial expertise. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert. It's really all about that quiet, everyday consistency. All right, let's jump right into the first part, the internal game. This is all about rewiring your financial brain from the inside out. So, habit 1 is keeping small financial promises to yourself. Seriously, just committing to transfer, say, $10 to your savings today, or simply checking your balance before you buy something, that proves to your brain that you can rely on yourself. Now, what's really fascinating here is that every single time you break one of these small promises, your brain quietly logs it. It creates this toxic background belief, kind of whispering, I don't really follow through with money. Protecting those tiny promises, that's what builds undeniable self-trust. Moving right along to habit 2, non-judgmental review. Look, we all make mistakes. Hello, impulse buys, right? We've all been there. But our instinct is almost always this harsh, immediate self-criticism. The absolute key here is that you must separate a bad financial decision from your character. Instead of jumping to, man, I'm terrible with money, just pause and ask yourself, okay, what can I actually learn here? Okay, moving to part 2, facing reality and the power of consistent tracking. Let's look at how we handle the anxiety of seeing our actual numbers. This brings us to habit 3, which is consistent tracking. Sure, avoiding your bank accounts gives you a bit of short-term relief from stress, but actually facing that uncomfortable reality, that builds incredible long-term confidence. It is a total game changer. Next up, part 3, building social defenses. Now we're mastering the external game. Habit 4 is deciding independently. You need to form your own financial conclusions first. Try doing this before you immediately run out and outsource your judgment to friends or family just to get some validation.
And that flows perfectly into habit 5, setting strong financial boundaries. This takes 3 distinct steps. First, evaluate things independently. Second, set a firm boundary. And third, just endure that temporary social discomfort.
Because here's the thing. When you cave to group expenses just to avoid disappointing people, you're sending yourself a terrible internal message. You're basically saying, my financial limits don't actually matter. A little occasional social awkwardness is way better than abandoning your boundaries. All right, part 4, anchoring to true values. This is the foundational stuff right here. Habit 6 is all about checking in with your real values. Before you react to a flash sale or social expectations, pause. Break that autopilot cycle and ask yourself, does this actually align with what I want long-term?
So what's your next financial step for rebuilding genuine confidence? The best part is it requires absolutely zero financial expertise, and you literally do not need a massive income bump to do this.
Just remember the checklist. Keep those small promises. Review your mistakes without judgment. Track consistently. Decide independently. Hold your boundaries and check your values. These are small, quiet actions, but they compound massively over time to rebuild your confidence. If this explainer helped shift your mindset even a little bit, make sure you like and subscribe to Simple Ways of Life for more explainers on building a way healthier relationship with your money. So, I'll leave you with this. Which of these 6 habits do you most need to start practicing today? Let us know down in the comments and take that very first step toward true financial